Alright guys, this is the guided practice. Here are the answers. Check your answers first. If you got them all right, great. You don't have to watch the video. You're all set to go. As I said before, if you got them all wrong, feel free to copy. But as you copy, look at what you did wrong and look at what I did right. Okay? And at the same time, if you notice I did something wrong, please let me know that too, okay? Because I make mistakes, you know that. But if you got only a couple wrong, just go ahead and fast forward to what you need to see and just leave it at that. Okay, let's get started. All right, as always, read the directions for 1 through 6. Actually, the directions basically are write each rate as a unit rate. Okay, I'm going to use pencil because if I do make a mistake, I'd like to be able to erase it quickly. And here's my pencils and I need an eraser. I'm all set to go. All right, number 1. 44 points in quarters. All right, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Write the word first. Points and then quarters. There's no reason to capitalize it. I just did just because. All right. So there are 44 points in 4 quarters. This is a rate. We're comparing 2 different units, right? And here's the deal. Since we want a unit rate, by definition, the denominator has to be 1 for this one. Okay? So, as I've said before, if you want to change a number into 1 and you're dividing, the only way to do that is to divide by itself. 4 divided by 4 is 1. Another way to look at it, 4, again, just a real quick picture, I'm not going to do for all of them, broken up into 4 groups gives you 1 per group, right? And that's really what happened here. Okay, I know you can barely see it, but there you go. All right, now here's the thing. Rates are not fractions, but they behave like fractions. So whatever you do with the denominator, you do with the numerator. Okay, now here, this is one thing I have to mention. You really have to know your times tables. Okay? 44, broken up into groups of 4. Broken up into 4 groups, right? 4 groups, just like this, 4 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4. How much is it going to be per group? Now, this might confuse you, but then let me just bear with me for a minute. If you really know your times tables, all you got to do is this. 44 divided by 4 is what? If you don't know, then go backwards. 4 times what number gives you 44, right? Now, if you know your times tables, you know it's going to be 11. Now, if that doesn't work for you, you always have the option of doing this. 4 plus 4 plus 4, that's 12, plus 4, 16, plus 4, that's 20. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 4s. So far they gave me 20. And just keep going, adding 4, adding 4, adding 4 till you get to 44. But you're going to find out that in the end you're going to have 11 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, look, it gets crazy. But it works. So you do whatever works for you. But honestly, it works better if you know your times tables. Okay? Anyways, so then you write the words that go with it. You decide, again, like I said, what works for you. Now, on the quiz on Saturday or Friday, you have to write a sentence. So I know you didn't have to do it for the homework, but I'm going to do it here. So you just write what you see here, 11 points per quarter. Remember? Per means 1. So you don't have to say per 1 quarter. The word itself means 1, right? It's like 11 points for every 1 quarter. It's a simplified version, okay? All right, number 2. 125 feet in 5 seconds. Feet. Now you could write the numbers, but see, here's the thing. If you go too fast, you will make simple little mistakes, and you don't want to do that. 125 for 5. Okay, it ends in a 5. Well, you know what? That doesn't even matter. You want a unit rate, you're going to have to divide by 5. Right? Same thing. Now this is going to be a division problem you have to take care of. Now, if you don't know how to divide, please look on YouTube how to divide. Okay? That'll be unfortunately chapter 3. It's supposed to be a review chapter. Okay? But let's see what we can do here. It's really times tables. Can we make groups of 5 out of 1? No. What about 12? Well, 5 plus 5 is 10. That means I can make 2 groups. I have enough to make 2 groups out of 12. 5 times 2 is 10. Subtract. Okay. How many groups of 5 can you make from 25? Well, actually 5. All right. And again, write the words, feet per second. And I'm going to want a sentence on the quiz. So be ready for that. And just write what you see. 25 feet per second. I'm going to help you out here. I'm going to color code just a little bit. You know I like color coding. Okay. The line, the fraction bar here is this, per. You don't even have to write the 1. Okay? Hope that helps. All right, number 3. Pencil. 360 miles traveled on 12 gallons of gasoline. Let me read that again. 360 miles traveled on 12 gallons of gasoline. 360 miles, 12 gallons. Okay, kind of broke my own rule. I wrote the word and the number. That's okay. That's okay. Again, eventually you get to this point where you'll just do this. But you notice I still wrote the words. Okay? And I want a unit rate. The denominator is going to have to be 1. Yes? There's no GCF this time. You just have to divide by the denominator to get that unit rate, if that's what it's asking for. A unit rate. How much for 1? Right? All of these are how much for 1. 11 points for 1 quarter. 25 feet for 1 second. And here we're going to find it right now. All right, it's another division situation. Right? How many groups of 12 can I make from 3? Nothing. What about 36? Yes. And how many groups of 12 can I make out of 0? Well, 0, right? And there's your answer. 30 miles per gallon. And again, please write the sentence. 30 miles per gallon. And again, you don't have to do this, but just to reinforce the idea, per is that, per, 30 miles per gallon. All right, we're halfway there, guys. Only 8 minutes so far, so it's a short video. Yay. I know some of you guys are dying with the 60-minute videos. But that's the way the intros go. I mean, I have to try and explain as much as I can, anticipating as many questions as I can. But once you get it, then the actual math is not that hard. It's just a matter of staying organized. Okay, now this one is going to be a problem. I'll show you why in just a moment. "12 meters, 28 seconds. All right. We want the unit rate. We want the denominator to be 1. So we want the final answer to be per second, right? You're going to divide by 28. Okay, now here's the problem. 28 seconds divided by 28. That part's easy. This is really 2 separate problems. Remember that. Okay? When you're dividing by a bigger number, let me say that again more specifically. When the divisor is bigger than the dividend, this means you're going to have to cut this up into pieces. You're going to have a fraction. Okay? So, real quick idea. If you have $1 and 1 person, that's easy to figure out, right? If you have $1 and 2 people, well now you're going to have a problem. You're going to have to break this up. So let me see if I can visualize, show you what's going on. That $1 is going to get broken up into 2 parts. 50 cents and 50 cents. Each person's going to get 50 cents. Okay, the idea is when the dividend is bigger, when the divisor, let me say that again, when the divisor is bigger than the dividend, you're going to have to get a fraction. 50 cents is a fraction of a dollar. It's a part of a dollar. Okay? So when what you have is smaller than than the amount that you have to cut it into, you're going to get fractions. You're going to get pieces. So please don't overthink this. The idea here is simply that you're going to get a fraction. Okay? 12 meters into 28 seconds, you're going to have a fraction. So here's the situation. You're going to write it very simply. And maybe I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do this anyway. It's just an idea to show you it's really two separate deals. Okay? 28 divided by 28, 1. That's easy. And here you're going to write 12 over 28 meters. But here's the thing. And actually, it's not even meters because it's less than 1. By definition, a fraction like this is less than 1. Any fraction is less than 1, unless it's a mixed number or an improper fraction. All right? Now, you think, okay, we're done. No, my friend. Here's what's going to happen. And I'm writing this bigger so you can see. Can you simplify this? It's like a problem within a problem. Can you simplify this? Now you will need GCF. They're both even numbers I can divide by 2. I should be using GCF, but let's say you don't know that. You have 6 over 14. Still over a second. Still even numbers. You can divide by 2 again. And here's your final answer. 3/7 of a meter. So for every second, this person is, or this thing or whatever is walking, running, less than a meter per second. Okay? A fraction of a meter, less than 1. Again, I refer to you this idea. When it's 1-to-1, perfect. If I had $2, 2 people, perfect. But when you have a situation where the dividend is smaller than the divisor, it's like having a cake, right? And you have many people. What happens to that cake? You cut the cake up into pieces, right? Everyone gets a fraction of that pizza or piece of cake. And actually, now that I think about pizza, it's the same idea. You get one whole pizza, you cut it up into pieces or slices, everyone gets a fraction of that pizza. These people got a fraction of the dollar. Okay? So when we get to fractions, this will make more sense. But for now, the concept is simple. You've seen it in your life many times. Cutting up a cake for many people, cutting up a pizza for many people, splitting up, I don't know, what do you get? Jewelry, splitting up, anything where you have to break it up amongst people when there's not enough. You break it up. You break like a Snickers bar. I keep going back to food, but that's more often than not, that's when it happens, when you break up one thing among many people. Okay? Anyways, I got to keep going because I know it's already going into 13 minutes, and I don't want this to be another 50-minute video. All right. Number 5. Molly shot 20 baskets in 4 minutes. Nico shot 42 baskets in 6 minutes. How many more shots did Nico shoot per minute? All right. Oof. Here we go. You ready? Again, look at who we're talking about. We're talking about Molly. We're talking about Nico. And we're talking about shots per minute. Again, they're playing basketball, throwing basketballs through a hoop. You could draw a basketball if you want, but I think you guys understand basketball. I hope. Okay, Molly does 20 shots, 4 minutes. Nico does 42 shots per 6 minutes. Now, let me mention something. If you just look at this, right, it looks like Nico made more shots per minute. You could be right. But we want to know per minute, okay? Look, here's the deal. Why am I saying this? Nico has been shooting for longer, 6 minutes. So obviously, if you have more time to play the game, you're going to make more shots. Okay? But here's what we got to do. We got to simplify. The denominator has to be 1. Oh, excuse me. Okay. For Molly, this is what's going to happen. Still 1 minute. How many groups? Sorry. 20. Broke it up into 4 groups. Right? 20 broken up into 4 groups. How much are you going to have per group? 5. 5 shots per minute. All right. 42. Wait, 6 divided by 6? Again, that's 1 minute. 42 broken up into 6 groups. That means you're going to have 7 per group. Again, 6 times 7 gives you 42. 4 times 5 gives you 20, just in case you don't get that. Now, the question is asking, how many more baskets did Nico shoot per minute? Now, some of you are going to say, oh, this is the bigger answer. I'm going to write 7 shots per minute. And you're going to get it wrong. The question isn't asking who threw more shots per minute. The question is, how many more baskets did Nico shoot per minute? So it's already assuming Nico did more. But how many more? She can make 5 in a minute. He can make 7. How many more shots did he make? Well, he made 2 more, right? Nico, and you have to write a complete sentence. Nico made 2 more baskets per minute. Okay? As I said before, read the question. If you go too fast, you're going to make a mistake. You've seen me do it, and I've seen you do it. I'm not judging you. I'm just warning you. It happens to all of us. The trick is to not have it happen too often. Okay? All right, down to number 6. You know what? Are we going to have enough space? No. I'm going to go ahead and use another page. Okay, not bad. Okay. Again, as you look at this tomorrow, because this is when it's going to go out, any questions you have, be active. Look at the notes. See what you did. See what I did. If you're not sure about something, please tell me. I can't help you if you don't tell me. I can't stress that enough. All right, number 6. For Carolina's birthday, her mom took her and 4 friends to a water park. Carolina's mom paid $40 for 5 student tickets. What was the price for 1 student ticket? Okay. All right. So let's understand the situation. We have Carolina. Again, I'm not going to draw a dress on her. She can be wearing dress. She can be wearing pants. Don't know. Carolina. Okay. Plus 4 friends. Okay. So we have 5 people. Again, you probably already understand this, but like I said, this is forcing you to slow down and make sure you understand what's going on. So 5 people going to a water park. Carolina's mom paid $40. $40 for 5 tickets. The question is, how much was 1 ticket? All right, looks like a ratio of money to tickets. And the question then is, how much for 1 ticket? How much for 1 ticket? Well, you know you're going to divide by 5, right? Because you want the unit rate. It's a unit rate, so the denominator has to be 1. Okay, $40 broken up into 5 groups means each group is, guess what? $8. That should make sense. Here's your 5 groups, right? Your 5 students. $40 broken up into those 5. That means each ticket was 8. 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 is 40. And so the sentence is, well, it's not a complete sentence, but you could say $8 per ticket if you want to keep it simple. And that's it for the homework. You are done. Thank you if you made it through the video.